Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for February 10th, read by Sarah M. from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. AA Thoughts for the Day. Let go. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 58. Thought to consider. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. AA acronyms. Fear. Frantic efforts to appear recovered. Just for today. Stereotypes. Tradition 2. For our group purpose there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants, they do not govern. Former group leaders divide into two classes known in AA slang as elder statesmen and bleeding deacons. The elder statesman is the one who sees the wisdom of the group's decision, who holds no resentment over his reduced status, whose judgment, fortified by considerable experience, is sound, and who is willing to sit quietly on the sidelines awaiting developments. The bleeding deacon is one who is just as surely convinced that the group cannot get along without him, who constantly connives for re-election to office, and who continues to be consumed with self-pity. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, 2005, page 135. Daily Reflections. I don't run the show. When we became alcoholics, crushed by a self-imposed crisis we could not postpone or evade, we had to fearlessly face the proposition that either God is everything or else he is nothing. God either is or he isn't. What was our choice to be? Alcoholics Anonymous, page 53. Today my choice is God. He is everything. For this I am truly grateful. When I think I am running the show, I am blocking God from my life. I pray I can remember this when I allow myself to get caught up into self. The most important thing is that today I am willing to grow along spiritual lines and that God is everything. When I was trying to quit drinking on my own, it never worked. With God and AA, it is working. This seems to be a simple thought for a complicated alcoholic. Copyright 1990, Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc. As Bill sees it. Membership rules. Around 1943 or 1944, the central office asked the groups to list their membership rules and send them in. After they arrived, we set them all down. A little reflection upon these many rules brought us to an astonishing conclusion. If all of these edicts had been in force everywhere at once, it would have been practically impossible for any alcoholic to have ever joined AA. About 9/10 of our oldest and best members could never have got by. Grapevine, August 1946. At last, experience taught us that to take away any alcoholic's full chance for sobriety in AA was sometimes to pronounce his death sentence, and often to condemn him to endless misery. Who dared to be the judge, jury, and executioner of his own sick brother? 12 and 12, page 141. Big Book quote. Yes, there is a substitute, and it is vastly more than that. It is a fellowship in Alcoholics Anonymous. There you will find release from care, boredom, and worry. Your imagination will be fired. Life will mean something at last. The most satisfactory years of your existence lie ahead. Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition. A Vision for You. Page 152. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. Since I realized that I had become an alcoholic and could never have any more fun with liquor, and since I knew from then on liquor would always get me into trouble, common sense told me that the only thing left for me was a life of sobriety. But I learned another thing in AA, the most important thing anyone can ever learn, that I could call on a higher power to help keep me away from liquor, that I could work with that divine principle in the universe, and that God would help me to live a sober, useful, happy life. So now I no longer care about the fact that I can never have any more fun with drinking. Have I learned that I am much happier without it? Meditation for the day. Like a tree, I must be pruned of a lot of dead branches before I will be ready to bear good fruit. Think of changed people as trees that have been stripped of their old branches, pruned, cut, and bare. But through the dark, seemingly dead branches flows silently, secretly, the new sap, until with the sun of spring comes new life. There are new leaves, buds, blossoms, and fruit, many times better because of the pruning. I am in the hands of a master gardener who makes no mistakes in his pruning. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may cut away the dead branches of my life. I pray that I may not mind the pruning, since it helps me to bear good fruit later. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. I'm Sarah, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc. 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, or 2001.